In this video, I'm going to be comparing the Zombies movies to the Descendants movies. These both were originally on Disney Channel before moving over to Disney Plus. That's the case of all 6 of these movies. I'm comparing these two franchises because previously in part 1 of the series, I compared Zombies to Austin Powers, Zombies 1. I compared Descendants to Insidious, Descendants 1. When you look at highest score for each franchise, in the case of Zombies, the second movie actually has a 100%. When you look at Descendants, the first movie from 2015 has a 90%. When you look at lowest score, all the zombie movies are fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. The lowest score is 62% for the first Zombies, whereas with Descendants, not every movie is fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. 3 of them are, but the most recent one, Rise of Red, only has a 57%. When you look at average score, this one's close, but Zombies has a bit of a higher average, 79, whereas Descendants only has a 77. When you look at gap between lowest and highest score, in the case of Zombies, you got a gap of 38%. With Descendants, you got a gap of 33%, which actually means this round there is a tie, but because Zombies won the first 3 rounds, it's going to win no matter what. Now, when it comes to my personal opinion, I think that that Descendants is pretty interesting. I like that it's exploring something that I haven't seen other Disney movies explore. This idea, what if famous Disney villains actually had kids? So I like then the first 3 Descendants movies were following these 4 kids. One of them is a daughter of Maleficent, the other one is a daughter of the evil queen from Snow White, the other one is the son of Jafar, and the other one is the son of Cruella. They were seeing these 4 kids be taken over to the Good People Island, Orobon, where you have Belle and the Prince from Beauty and the Beast, their kid, fairy godmother from Cinderella, the fairy godmother's daughter, and other good people as well. At first, they're like, no, 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 keep everyone from the Isle of the Lost away from Arabon. We learned that all the villains and their kids were exiled to the Isle of the Lost, but then these 4 kids are allowed to come over to Arabon. At first, they're trying to take advantage of these people, but then they end up deciding that they like actually being good. Admittedly, when you get to the second film, you see that Mao's feeling pressure because she's not being allowed to be who she really is, and thus she ends up heading back to the Isle of the Lost. But then by the end of the movie, she actually is comfortable being who she really is in front of all these people. I really like that journey for her. I think it's interesting that we've seen also the daughter of Ursula. She's introduced in Descendants 2. We're also seeing the son of Gaston. I like Descendants 3. You have our kids realizing they want more people from the Isle of the Lost to come over to Arabon, so ultimately they decide to take down the barrier, which admittedly is not actually a good idea if you think about it. There's definitely problems there. Wait a minute, why are you just letting anyone come over to Arabon that easily would allow a bad person of nefarious intent to come over and try to mess everything up? But I really enjoy the first 3 Descendants movies, and then I had fun with Rise of Red. I think it's interesting bringing Wonderland and the daughter of the Red Queen into the mix. But while I think it makes sense that Ben and Mao would be off trying to negotiate with other kingdoms, you go, yeah, that makes sense. It feels weird that one of our 4 main characters from the first 3 films is just suddenly gone without really an explanation. It's just implied that he died at some point. You see his picture one time in the film, but it's like, wait a minute, what the heck happened to him? That's weird. We were following this character around for 3 movies, and he's just suddenly gone. So I don't think Rise of Red is as strong as the first 3 Descendants movies. Now, when it comes to zombies, I really like how these movies are a more fun, light-hearted version of a zombie story. We learn that sure there was an apocalypse, but rather than the zombies just being mindless killing machines that want to turn humans into zombies, no, they actually have intelligence. They have these bands that make it so they still have humanity. They're still able to talk. They wear clothes. They actually live in houses. They have families. Sure, their skin is paler than ordinary human and their hair is green, but in a lot of ways, they're still actually like humans. It's pretty heartwarming. If you think about it, most of the time when you're watching a zombie movie, well, the zombies are just monsters, nothing more than that. They just want to eat humans, and it's all about humans trying to kill as many zombies as they can in order to survive. That's what you get with Zombieland, for example. But because these free zombie movies were originally on Disney Channel and then they moved over to Disney Plus, it's a much more light-hearted, family-friendly version of a zombie story. It's different from any other zombie movie I've seen. So overall, I have to give the point to zombies on this one because it's just more consistent. I like how Zombies 2 and 3 actually bring in other elements. In Zombies 2, we're introduced to werewolves. In Zombies 3, we're introduced to aliens. And so things just keep getting bigger and bigger with humans more and more seeing that, oh, we can't just ostracize these other creatures. They don't deserve to be mistreated. It's pretty powerful. Let's say, watching the people of this town, the kids in the school also learning about all these different creatures or even aliens out there. That'll wrap things up for this video.